welcome to my channel. My name is Caeley. I live in my car with my pupper Aspen. She's in the back sleeping. Let's not bother her. Yes, she did that to my ceiling. Anyway, this video is going to be all about car camping, living in your car, all the things that you need to know, and I'm sure I will probably miss something. So if you have any questions after this, definitely comment them down below or contact me on social media. And without further ado, let's just get right onto the video. I mean, a lot of this seems like common sense, but at the same time, if you haven't ever lived in your car, I can see why it's not common sense. I would say the big thing, so right now we are in the winter time. If you're going car camping or you just got fired from your job and you have to live in your car, whatever the case, keep track of the weather and like temperatures, because with now it being winter time, me personally, I'm constantly checking the weather and how cold it's going to be. If it's going to be below 10 degrees, I will just run my car all night. That way, sure, I have enough blankets and a sleeping bag and whatnot to, stay warm at night during like very low temperatures, but I would rather actually be very comfortable and just run my car all night, because it's cheaper to run my car all night and then pay for gas later than to get like a hotel room, even with me getting a discount for a hotel room since I work at a hotel. It's just cheaper to run my car at night. So that's what I've been doing for the colder days, like a couple days ago. But other than that, I mean, I only run my car maybe every couple hours when I get cold, and then just kind of let it run for 10 minutes or so. Summertime, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. If it's really hot, you can run the AC. If not, just have the windows down. It really just depends on your situation. Me personally, since I have Aspen now, I will have to run the car whenever it's, say, I think this year when I had to move back into my car, it was like 75 degrees or higher. I had to just have my car running if I was working, so Aspen can stay nice and cool. But also I learned, so this coming up next summer, get a cooling pad, mattress, whatever it's called, for Aspen and have it in the car, so then that's an extra like cooling method for her. Other than that, I didn't really run the car with the AC in the summertime when I was like off of work or just just not working, because I was in the car and had all the windows down for the most part. She was like either outside or I was keeping an eye on her, giving her water. But now that I am moving to Colorado, I will be able to put her in like daycare at PetSmart. So I'm so grateful that this time I will actually give her the opportunity to just play around with other dogs and be active. The next thing, depending on if you're actually traveling or you're like me and you're in the situation where you just live in your car because you're homeless, plan out where you're gonna stay for the night. Whether you're traveling or you're in the city or suburbs, whatever the case, use the app iOverlander, and also another app that helps is maps.me. With that app, you can actually see the back roads and how to actually get there, and it definitely helped me find like 2 to 3 spots that I had trouble finding over the summertime, but then using the app, it helped me actually get to the spot I was looking for, because like in the mountains they have like the forest roads, the BMI I think it's called, land, and yeah, iOverlander and maps.me shows all of that. And also like the iOverlander, if you're actually traveling, those spots are safe with the reviews where people have actually stayed. And then also I would say if you're in the city or suburbs like I will be, you can do like Planet Fit, 24-hour Planet Fitnesses. You can do Walmarts, Cracker Barrels. Some Walmarts now don't allow overnight camping. I would just be careful with that. You can do hotels. I mean, you can really park anywhere. Just make sure it doesn't have a sign of like no overnight parking or something, or if you see multiple people overnight parking with their campers, then to stay there whether you still get a ticket or not. Luckily I haven't ever had that situation of where I've gotten a ticket, but I have had a cop wake me up and tell me I had to move, and I was at Planet Fitness. Important one is is to keep up with your car maintenance. Luckily, all I've had to do is just oil changes and like tire stuff. I know now I do need 2 new front tires, so I'm gonna have to save up and do that. And also just basically know your car, because with the winter time I can't go anywhere, which sucks. It really sucks. Like, I don't have winter tires, I don't have cables, I don't have anything. So since I know what my car can do and can't do, certain situations that I can avoid and things that I can do and can't do during the winter time. But here where I'm at in Montana, I can't do shit and it sucks. So I am like literally just put still until pretty much the summertime. But I'm actually gonna go to Colorado, and I know Colorado pretty well, and like the roads, and yeah, it's basically back to the weather. I have to keep track of the weather and the road conditions, and at least in Colorado I know I can actually look up the cameras for like I-70, for example, and I can actually see how the roads are, if I would be able to make it or not. The next one is have a cup or bucket to use the bathroom in. If you're like me and you're in the suburbs, I mean, you can pretty much go anywhere and use the bathroom, but there are days where I am lazy and I just do not want to get out of my car at all. You know, if you were just at your house and you didn't want to leave. So I have a bucket that if I need to go poop, I just go poop in, obviously with a trash bag and whatnot, and then I just tie it up and throw it away when I see a trash can. I know at Cracker Barrel they do have trash cans in the parking lots, so it's easy for me to just go and throw the trash away. When I'm on my period, usually I always go inside somewhere, but in that instance where I couldn't go inside somewhere because they're closed or whatever, I use the bucket. Other than that, I mean, if you're in the situation where you're traveling and you're in the forest or wood or just in the middle of nowhere, that's a good use, you know, a bucket or a cup to go to the bathroom in. It's always good to have backup, because there have been instances where I was, the place was closed and I needed to go right then and there. I couldn't have just drove somewhere. I didn't have anything. Let's just keep it at that, because yeah, we're not gonna get too personal in here. The next thing is your car will constantly be messy, so you have to constantly clean and organize it. I'm kind of bad at this, but not bad at it, because when my car gets messy, I'm like, okay, like it is messy, it obviously affects my mood, so then I do my best to organize and straighten my car up. So like right now I have like 2-3 bags of trash that I need to go throw away, and then after that I do have clean clothes behind my driver seat that I need to fold and put up, and then like other than that I'd pretty much be done, and then all is good. That's all I really need to do to actually get done with my car. But even if you're not in the mood to like really clean and organize your car, because it can take a while, like last night for example, I was like, okay, I need to just get all my trash and just put it in a trash bag. So that's what I did. So now I have trash that I need to go throw away. But just do one step at a time, because you will feel better after that. That has definitely helped me. So yeah. Also, I just love cleaning and organizing now. I like to stay organized, especially living in your car. You kind of have to be organized in a way. Like, I mean, it can be like a messy organized for you. As long as like you know where things are and it's organized for you, it works. The next thing that I do not like at all, and I'm still working on accepting this, but people will judge, they will stare, and they will ask questions. And even family will do this too. So it's just, no one will understand until you are in that until they are in that situation. I constantly eat out, and there's so many things that I can change and actually have a better living situation in my car. You know, I can definitely have a better time living in my car than I have. And you know, I've just been depressed, and I mean, people just don't understand until they're in that situation. So yeah, I definitely hate when people, especially with Aspen, you know, I tie her up to my car on a lead and let her out, because especially with the wintertime, sometimes it is freezing cold and I want to stay in my warm car. So I let her out, and then people will drive by, they'll stop and they'll be like, oh, is someone in still think that a dog's just tied to the car, which is understandable. But if you're gonna live in your car, whether you're in my type of situation or traveling, people will still judge, ask questions, and stare, because a lot of people think it's not a good lifestyle to live, you know. And in my instance, I mean, I don't really have choice. Some pros to it is you can sleep just about anywhere you want. I mean, in my case, where I'm at in Montana, I'm not able to, because it is such a small city. I would say very small city, because technically it is a city. I count it as a big town. There's only two, well, especially now with wintertime, there's only 2 spots that I can stay at. I can stay at Cracker Barrel, and I can stay in this like open field, and that is about it. There are times that I could sleep at the Planet Fitness parking lot, but that's only Monday through Thursday, when they're 24 hours. Technically there's 3 spots, but we're in Denver, Colorado. I had literally so many different spots that I stayed at, because especially living in your car too, you don't want to just constantly be in that one spot all the time. It's a safety thing. You don't, because someone can easily just follow you, stalk you, whatever, and you know, if you're constantly at that one spot, they're gonna know to go to that one spot and find you. So you constantly want to switch your spots up, but here where I'm at, I can't. So if something happens, I mean, something happens. But yeah, I would definitely say be in a spot where you can constantly switch spots, constantly change where you're gonna stay for the night. But that is one thing I do like about living in my car, is when I do move back to Colorado in literally a couple days, I will be able to sleep just about anywhere. Plus, like, you know, I lived in my car by choice last year, and you know, I was comfortable. And yeah, I mean, also it is very well known in Colorado to live in your car, to travel and whatnot, all of that stuff. Where here where I'm at in Montana, it's obviously not well known, because people think less of you because you live in your car. The next thing is you always have everything with you. If something were to happen, you have everything with you. It's as simple as that. You have everything with you. If you need a change of clothes, you have clothes. Because like if I were to go to the hot springs that are like an hour away, I literally have everything with me. So like I wouldn't necessarily need to bring a gallon of water with me and a huge backpack full of stuff. I can just come back to the car and do all that stuff. Because like if you were to go on a road trip, you have to pack stuff, where I literally have everything in my car. I just have to go. So I do like that too. You have everything with you, because just in case something bad happens or good happens, whatever, you have everything with you. Also, you can save so much money. This coming year, 2023, I plan on starting my own business and still having a job. My business is gonna basically be my side hustle for the main part, but once it starts picking up, that'll be my main priority over like other job that I have. I was talking to my mom, I'm like, I might want to have a place, get a place with you, and I might not, because at the same time, I could save up so much money over the next year. That way in 2024, I could get like a camper or something to actually move into. So if I actually just take this next year, 2023, live in my car, save up my money, I can actually get what I want in 2024. And I might do that, because I could save up so much money, where if I moved into a place, I wouldn't be able to save as much, like nearly as much as I would if I stayed in my car. And another thing is you are limited on space, so you only buy what you need. I see this as a pro and con, mainly a pro for me, because if I find something that I really think is cute, that I really want, I'm like, okay, well, I live in my car, where am I gonna put it? There's not enough space, I can't get it, I don't need it, I do away with it. I only get what I need. With all the clothes that I brought with me originally in my car, I donated a lot of those clothes when I moved back in my car this summer, and then I might do the same thing again, but we'll see. And then also with living in your car, obviously you need a really good sleeping bag. You need I would definitely recommend a power station bank. If you don't have one of those, you're gonna constantly have to be using your car ports to charge your phone, or if you have even the portable like charging banks, like the single ones, I mean, you're constantly having to charge those, and then, you know, you can charge your phones off of those, but you're constantly gonna have to have your car on, or even use your laptop to charge your electronics. So I would just recommend using the power station bank. I definitely need to get a new one, but for right now, it does the job when I need it. And yeah, also another thing I recommend is getting making car window covers. I recently did this, and it definitely helps a little bit with the cold. I think it just definitely helps with, like, before I had them, I had condensation on the inside of my car, but now that I have the window covers, it doesn't do condensation on the inside. And then also right before I go to bed, especially wintertime, right before I go to bed, I put the window covers up and let my car run and heat up, and even turn like the back defrost on to get the car warm enough, and that will keep me warm for like a couple of hours during the night. It definitely helps a lot. That's definitely a tip I have for sure. Yeah, the car window covers do help, just a little bit, but not by much, but they do help. Oh yeah, make sure, like, if you have a butane stove or propane like stove, make sure you are stocked up on the butane or propane, because here where I'm at, they, like, the Walmarts are always out of the butane, because I have a butane stove. They are always out of butane. So luckily when I went last time, I got the only 3 that they had, and I got those. Like I said, I constantly eat out, but I am gonna start eating in my car because I do have food that I can cook instead of going out. Yeah, just make sure you're stocked up on that. And also, if it's in your budget, if you just have a lot of stuff and you want to make more space in your car and only have what you need in your car, I would recommend getting a storage unit. I was able to get one, I think it's been since September that I've had a storage unit, and it definitely has helped. Because, like, even then, like, you could probably even put your clothes or your food or everything but your bed set up in the storage unit, and then, like, every day, just after work or whatever, change into pajamas, eat a little something, and then just go on your merry way back into your car. This video is getting way too long, so I will talk to you guys later. I will probably do another video on a similar topic. Stay tuned, and I will talk to you guys later.